deal going on here?
Well, Rich queued me in on a 101 MP, supposed to be brand new in the box, never used, on QRZ. And I sent him an email, told him I wanted, let me give me some details, and, that was just like 30 minutes ago.
How much does he want for it?
$4 grand.
Ooh, that's a good deal.
Well, if it is new in the box, never been used, it's a damn good deal.
What's the retail on that one, Joe?
$48.99.
Did it go up some more?
Yeah, I've heard rumors of a couple of places selling them for like $46.99, but HRO and DX still has them for $48.99.
Man, there's something really cool about a 200-watt radio, I'm telling you.
Why would somebody take an $800 cut in your sales when?
Well, according to the QRZ ad, Ed, he bought an Icon 7851 for like 13 grand. It doesn't need the 101 anymore.
Yeah. Maybe it fell off the truck.
Well, I mean, you're never going to get full retail back on something, and if you buy it from HRO, and I have bought brand new radios and then decided a couple days later I didn't want them, but they charge a restocking fee. At least the new manager over there does. The old one would take it back because he wanted everybody to be happy, but this new douchebag down there, no, he's going to charge you a restocking fee. So, if a guy buys a radio like that, there's no way he's going to want to eat that restocking fee because it's a percentage of the price.
What is the restocking fee, about 10%?
It's higher than that.
I have no idea.
I think it was 15 or 25, something really stupid.
Wow.
Yeah, I bought a $650 radio and got like $400 back.
Well, good luck there, Joe, getting that. That'd be cool. So, if you buy a radio like that, does that mean that the warranty is still good?
I think Yaesu doesn't care. I think Yaesu is just 3 years from the time of the purchase. Doesn't matter who the original owner is. ICOM, yes. ICOM, you will be out of luck. You'll be out of luck anyway with an ICOM when you call up warranty service because they will do anything and everything to make sure that they don't have to warranty it.
Any guys ever use a FT891?
Yeah, I had one. I didn't like it. I got rid of it. Oh, sorry. I still have one. I thought you were talking about the 857D.
I was looking for something to do mobile with. It's kind of a toss-up for me right now between the 891 and the 991A. But, obviously there's a big price difference. So you get the VHF, UHF with the 991A.
Well, I've had both of them, and I will tell you that the 991A is a piece of crap that's way overpriced. Any radio that has a tuner that does not work in receive mode and is only for transmit that costs $1,400, that thing is $1,400 something dollars, and the tuner does not work in receive mode. It is designed that way. There's also a couple of other faults with it, and the audio out of it is not nearly as good as the 891.
Really? So you think maybe the 891, well, it's also got, the 891's got the detachable base thing, so I know that might be cool.
Yeah, I haven't tried my 891 with the thing. They've also both got an issue where if you have them nearby another radio that's transmitting, like say Field Day and stuff like that, they can't handle that, and it'll pop the attenuator resistor inside the radio.
Roger. But I'm gonna couple, whenever I get it, I'm gonna couple it with an HAT, so it's gotta be a Yaesu. And I was just thinking with the 991A, having the extra bands would be nice. But I also don't like the
Well, the 891 is way worse than the 991 on the menu stuff, but they're both pretty bad. I would honestly like get like a used 450. I don't think they sell the 450 anymore new, but that'll work with the ATOS and all that. That's a good radio, 450.
Yeah, I like the 450. They've just been jumping up in price. Like they almost cost more now than they were when they were new.
Yeah, I mean that it's a good little compact radio. I mean the tuner works really good in it, and you know I think it's a great radio. But the 991A really disappointed me. I had a few problems with it, and then once I discovered, I'd always thought it was kind of weird when I'd hit the tune button, and you know you can hear when you're mismatched, and all of a sudden you hit the tune button and your receive comes up, and I thought And I was reading something one day and saw where they said that it's not in play. There's no way to get it to work on receive. It's only for transmit purposes only.
Well, that's disappointing. All right. What do you think of any other radios that should be in the running that would work with the ATOS?
857D, if you can find one and it doesn't have zebra stripes in the display, that's your Shack in the Box. Or maybe even an old 747 Yaesu, the satellite radio.
Will the 747 work with the ATOS?
I think any Yaesu will pretty much. I mean, except for maybe like a 1000 MP.
Is Rich on tonight? Didn't hear Rich, huh?
He was on earlier. I don't know if he's still on. He might still be listening.
On those 747s, there's all the different models. Is there a big difference between the GX and GX2?
Oh, I didn't mean that 747. Oh, geez. Yeah, there is a big difference between some of them, but I'm thinking of the one that has an HF 2 meters and 440, and it's designed for satellite. And I don't know. I thought it was a 747. The ones that I know, the ones you're thinking of. There's one of those ones back in the 80s that had all the crazy plug-in modules. But those radios will not work with the ATOS as far as I know. The 737 GFX2 or whatever.
Coverage and they look pretty cool. But yeah, very, very 80s. You got the 101 MP, huh?
Yeah, for $4,000. He just called me on the phone. I sent him an email. Rich sent me a text and then called me on the radio a while ago. And I found him and sent him an email, and he picked up the phone and called me straight away. And we worked out a deal. I'm going to send him the cashier's check in the morning.
Well, that's cool because you've been wanting that for a while.
Yeah, I mean, it was my target radio. I was willing to pay retail if I had to, but I mean, this is like 18% off or whatever.
Congratulations. I'm actually jealous. That's the radio I wish I could get. Well, you'll be able to...
Well, the guy told me, he said, look, he bought it, had it shipped to his house, and decided he wanted to go bigger, and went with that Icon 7851 or whatever, that $14,000 radio.
Good Lord.
And he said he never took it out of the box.
Wow. Well, I'm looking forward to hearing it. Yeah, we'll be able to hear it now. You have to wait till you go to Texas.
I'm going to have it shipped to Texas.
Oh, man.
Well, if not, I got to carry this damn thing down there myself.
All right.
I'll help you carry it over here. Yeah, how heavy are they, Joe?
Beats the hell out of me.
I bet you they're about 45 pounds.
I would say at least, because that one comes with the detached speaker slash power supply, and it's a 200 watt final, so it's got to have a fairly decent power supply in it. I think you're probably right on the money.
Those old 1000 MPs, even the 100 watt radios were pretty heavy. I'd still, I had one. I still wouldn't mind having one of those things, but yeah, the radio you're getting, that's a cool radio. And not too many people have the MP, but a lot of people have the regular one.
Yeah, well, Rich has the 101, and I literally kind of fell in love with that thing. I've been over Rich's house working on his antennas more than I have my own here lately, and got a chance to sit in front of his radio. Me and Clark either fixing antennas or putting up new ones, and kind of got enamored with the rig. But you know, he's got the regular one, and I'm going whole hog.
Yeah, there you go.
Anyway, guys, I drank too much beer watching the Astros.
Did they
Had a
win?
couple of brats. I am sleepy. Y'all have a good night. I'll be on 9:15 in the morning. K1SAZ. We'll catch you later.
Did they win?
No, I got their ass beat. 4-3.
The Mets beat them?
Yankees beat them.
The Yankees, I mean?
Yeah. And we had like a dozen opportunities to turn that game around and couldn't come through. So, whatever. It's baseball. Catch y'all tomorrow.
Well, have a good evening, Joe. Catch you in the morning.
Have a good night. KG78 Share.
WK70D.
Night, Joe. Adios, David. And Rich, if you're still out there, thanks for that heads up, man.
You know, it's funny. I used to see these FT101s for sale all the time on Craigslist. I don't think I've seen one on Craigslist in a couple of years now.
The old school FT101 or the FTDX 101?
The old school ones.
I know a guy over in Oregon that repairs those. He loves to repair those things.
I've got two of them over here. I thought about getting rid of them, but I'm just going to archive them. I've got an early one, and then I've got a Bravo.
Yeah, I've got a few of them. I got one that's all set up. I just haven't powered it on in a while.
I think I've had about 3 or 4 other ones, and I got rid of them. And then the B that I have over here is the first one that I ever had, and I actually got rid of it and then ended up back with it. My buddy didn't want it, or he wanted something else I had instead, so we traded. And so just kind of, and I dragged it all the way from Bellingham, Washington, so kind of, I guess it's not really sentimental, but I'm just like, I think I'll keep it.
Did they have a 101 Echo?
Yeah, I mean, there's an E and a double E. I think there's even such thing as a triple E. The more letters there were, the more stripped down it was.
Roger.
So a double E or a triple E, like, would be missing the 160 meter band, wouldn't have the speech processor, wouldn't have the inverter on the back. So then, like, the 101B was kind of an in-between. It had all the stuff, but it didn't have a speech processor. And then the early 101s, they didn't have 160 meters. And, let's see, they had some different boards and stuff. So, the AC made a lot of changes from the very first ones. And then there's actually a 101F that you can find every once in a while. And the 101F is really hard to find, and it's basically the same as a 101E.
I've actually got an F. The F has the compressor control on the front panel, so you don't have to open up the top.
Yeah, that's how the late E models are. And then some of the E's have 11 meter band on them, and some of them don't. And all of the B's and all the other ones do, so that's why they're a CB favorite.
I wish they'd kept the switches that they have on the B. The B has nicer switches. Well, I mean, not the dip switches, but the power and the heater switches are better.
Yeah, both of mine have that. I agree, because I've seen the other ones break.
Yeah, those white rocker switches they just feel nicer and they're solid.
So I've got the two radios, and then I've got the YC601, and then I got a YL100 scope, and I've got an original silver trim VFO missing the legs. So the original 101 has that silver trim, and that's the one I have. And then I have a speaker too. I used to have a regular VFO and some other stuff, but I got rid of it. I also have the 101 ZD Mark III, and that's kind of a neat radio too.
Yeah, that's my favorite. That's my go-to. It's actually right here. I got the Zulu Delta, and I've got the VFO, the SB101DM. It's got you can push the buttons and lock the frequency so it doesn't drift and put memories in and stuff.
Oh, cool. That's a nice VFO. I had a couple of 901 DMs, and I had a regular 101 ZD VFO, and I got rid of that with one of the 901s, and this guy up in Sholo has it. You probably heard him before. I don't know what his call sign is anymore, but his old call sign was N7RUE. So he has that 901 and the VFO for the ZD that works with it.
Yeah, my 901 is non-functional right now. It was beat up in shipping pretty good, and I almost got it working, but it's on a shelf right now.
Yeah, I didn't really. I had two of them. The first one I had didn't work. I bought a second one to troubleshoot the other one. And then I got them both working with the help of a friend, and I never really cared for them. I didn't really think they were all that special. I thought the 101 ZD was a far superior radio. It didn't drift, it didn't have to be calibrated on the display, and it just worked.
Right, that's been my thinking. The 101 Zulu Delta, like, I think it makes a difference though. It has to be the Mark III, like you're saying, because like the original one, you did have to calibrate the frequency display. But yeah, the Mark III, it looks nice, it works nice, and like I don't know that it has. I think on the receive side, it's on par with the 901.
Oh, it definitely is. It uses the more advanced diode mixer ring too. So some people will take that board out of the ZD and put it in the early 901s.
Yeah, no, it's definitely my go-to radio. It's the one I usually. I'm kind of cheating tonight. I'm on the 710, but that's the one I'm usually using.
You bought a 710 too?
It's dirt cheap. I couldn't pass it up, and I didn't have any modern radios, and I just wanted one that would just work, because I was always fixing radios, and I just wanted one I could always turn on and would just work.
Yeah, well, it sounds good. It sounds like you. I wouldn't have known you were on something different.
Yeah, it's pretty decent, you know, like, and for the price, you know what I mean? It wasn't too bad.
Yeah, David doesn't like his though. He keeps using the 7300.
How you back on your 7300 now, David? Oh, yeah, I'm taking the dogs outside.
Yeah, he said he was on it earlier. Yeah, I've used all the other radios. I haven't gotten a chance to try that one out because I haven't been to HRO since probably like 2020 or something. But I went down there and sat around and played around with the 101 and all that stuff, and I've had a couple 7300s, and so I haven't gotten a chance to play with the 710. I think I used the FTDX 10. I think they had that one down there. I played around with it.
Yeah, I've actually never used the 7300, which is funny because everyone seems like I got one. The 710, from what I can tell, it's like a, you know, like it's like a slightly not as good FTDX 10.
Yeah, that sounds probably like what it would be, you know. Yeah, I don't know, 7300, I don't know, I keep going back to these ICOMs, these old ones, the 756 Pro, 756 Pro 2, I got a 746 in the house, and I had a 761, 751, and I really liked those radios, but I ended up getting rid of the 761, and kind of regretted doing that. It's just a nice big radio, and it's real simple, you know, but lots of buttons.
Yeah, I've never owned an ICOM. I've been curious, but just that, you know, I never found a good deal on one. See you later, guys. Have a good evening. WK7ED, I'm clear.
All right, Ed, have a good night.
Good night, 7-3. Enjoy all your radios there, guys. Yeah, kind of the one thing I regret about, because I was going to spring the extra couple $100 for the FTDX 10. And the only thing I can tell that I would have used, and I probably wouldn't have used it that much, it would have been more like a novelty, is that the FTDX 10 does CW decoding, and I think maybe ready decoding on board. The other thing is, I've heard, I don't know, because I've never actually used the FTDX 10, I just watched videos, they've said that the knobs on the FTDX 10 feel more solid. Not that the 710, they don't feel bad, but they do have a little wiggle to them.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're saying, yeah. These old Yaesus, in the old ICOMs, have really solid knobs, and the new ones, they're not. They're really, really flimsy feeling. The 7300 knobs, they feel really flimsy. I've had to replace knobs on some of these older radios, and a lot of the older ICOMs, they use brass, you know, it's not plastic.
Yeah, I actually just got a FRG 7700 that was in storage. Like, it was almost never used, and I got that today, and was the first thing I noticed was just how perfectly smooth all these knobs are, and how much better they feel than my new radio.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and the other thing, too, is they can take a beating without snapping off. I mean, you know, that 901, one of them I had got banged up pretty bad, and I had to very carefully straighten the knobs.
You know, the thing you gotta watch out with the old 80 series is those, including the 901 and the 101 ZD, is those long dip switches like to snap off.
Yep, they do. And on the 101, I think on some of them you can actually pull the switch out from the face if you're not careful.
Yeah, I've got that 901 that I've got that was beat up in shipping. It's such a shame because like it was working and it's totally fine, looked good, showed up and like, I knew as soon as I picked up the box, I could hear broken glass. I was like, oh, this is gonna be a nightmare. Open it up and like half the dip switches were broken off, and the DFO had like a sticky, like a part when you turn around where it gets sticky, and even like the loading knob, like the cylinder that goes into the vinyl section, that is cracked.
Yeah, that's too bad. Yeah. That's why I've never ever had a radio shipped. I just don't really like to gamble.
Yeah, it's a gamble. Because if people don't know how to ship these things, I don't know if it's because that they don't realize how much worse the postal service have gotten, and that writing fragile your box isn't going to do anything except for maybe get someone to kick it. But I'll tell you what, like I've received over the years some pretty beat up radios.
Well, you know, the one guy that does the 102s, he tells you that when you send your radio to him, if you can't walk up to the back of a pickup truck and throw the radio in the bed of the truck, then you didn't pack it good enough.
Yeah, absolutely. Because it's probably that's probably what's going to happen to it on the way there. That, you know, it's going to be thrown down a flight of concrete stairs. And it's really frustrating. There was a FTDX 400 that it was one of the unusual models that had the coaxial tuning knob, and I had one that was had a lot of damage to it. And I found one that was all in one piece, looked really good cosmetically. The guy shipped it from Maryland, and the way he packed it, I'm not making this up. He wrapped it in newspaper and just taped it up. It was shipped in just newspaper and tape. And when it showed up, it was so beat up that the case was bent all to shit. Like the metal had actually torn in places. Every tube was basically shattered. The dial, the circle, the plastic circle was cracked and broken. I was so pissed off.
Wow, he wrapped it in newspaper and shipped it.
Yep. And then he tried to guilt trip me when I tried to get my money back. He was like trying to be like, oh, well, they cost me a lot to ship that, and I want Social Security or something. And it's like, I feel bad that you're on Social Security, but, it wasn't exactly cheap, first of all. I paid you enough to ship it. And I'd already actually bought another radio I bought a 301 from the same guy, and he shipped that normally, so I don't know why he decided to ship the heavier one with way less packing.
Yeah, it's hard to say why half the people do half the things they do.
Yeah, especially him.
I think this is a mental health hobby. Well, I'm going to get out of here, Steve. It's 90 degrees in the garage here, and I'm starting to sweat pretty bad, and I'm afraid to open the door because the mosquitoes are out there ready to feed. So it was good catching up with you, and just shoot me an email or something if you want to get the radio or whatever, and we'll figure it out.
Okay, yeah, good to talk to you. Like I said, as soon as I saw that ad on Craigslist, I recognized the background, and I was like, that's got to be Bram right there. That's got to be his radio. But yeah, I'll think about it. It's a bit of a drive, but maybe there'll be a reason I got to go that way anyway.
Well, you could buy the FT1, and I mean, it's like almost fully loaded, and it works. And, those are pretty hard to find. I said you could also buy the FT1. That's a pretty rare radio, and it works. And I think it's fully loaded. I think there's only like one filter it does not have.
What do you want for that one?
Like $500.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have one of those, so let me think about that. I might actually be interested in that.
Yeah, they're pretty rare. And I'm on the site there. I'm always seeing all these postings on the group, and these guys are always trying to fix these damn things, and I'm like, wow, mine works. it takes a little bit to get on frequency, like maybe 10 or 15 minutes. But it works, and all these other guys, they're just like constantly trying to get theirs to work.
Well, it might be worth the drive because that is one of the missing pieces to my collection.
Yeah, that one doesn't pop up too often. I don't think I've ever seen one for sale. Like I said, the a guy that I know gave it to me, and you know, that's why I haven't really put it out on there, because he'd be upset if he saw it. I don't know if he's even alive anymore, but you know, I don't want. It's like I don't want it. I don't have any use for it. I used to talk on it, and you know, I'm just no. It's like this big, huge radio. I mean, it is heavy, and you open it up, and it looks like an industrial computer from the 80s.
Lots of boards everywhere.
Yeah, they're like the glass epoxy boards. It's really quality stuff.
Well, I'll think about it.
All right, well, we'll catch you later. I'm going to get out of here and go inside the house and see what's going on in there. We'll catch you later. KG7HR.